Hello, my name is Jade Nguyen. Today we will talk about South America and the grade it has received of a B+. My evaluations are based off of Jared Diamond's thesis about regional development. Diamond is an American scientist and is well known for his science books, one being Guns, Germs, and Steel. In his prologue, he states, history followed different courses for different peoples because of differences among people's environments, not because of biological differences among people themselves. Diamond is saying that people change due to the environment they live in, not due to what they were born with. Imagine twins being separated at birth, one going to a circus and one living with their middle-class family. If they were to meet at the age of 30, they would not be the same people because of the environment they grew up in. This goes for Native Americans and their start in South America. Here we will be talking about the disease native to this country and the effect that it's had on them. We will also look at South America as a region and its geographic features. After that, we will look at their native crop and domesticated animal. The last topic we will discuss is on their technological achievements. The first topic we will be discussing is on the native disease, syphilis. It is a bacterial infection very easily spread through sexual intercourse. Receiving syphilis will not be easily noticed since the early symptoms are rashes on certain parts of your body. These early stages will last for around 3 to 15 years, so it is advised to always check every year for the disease, even if you don't think you have it. If you do find out that you have syphilis during the early stages, no need to worry because the antibiotics can cure it very easily. A negative factor of the disease is that when it leaves your body, you do not gain any immunities. But if that was just the case, then South America would get a B+, since this disease does not seem like a big problem. But that's when the late stages come to play. After 3 to 15 years, late stages of syphilis can cause tumors, blindness, and paralysis. It can damage your nervous system, brain, and other organs, which can lead to death. It's a gigantic jump from safe to sorry, but it can still be curable. The treatment can get rid of syphilis, preventing any future damages, but the damage already done cannot leave. Although the disease was native in South America, the Native Americans never took significant damage from it because they did not take practice in domesticating animals, so they are rarely exposed to it. There is no significant time period where they are held back because of this disease. Not concluding all the information given on the disease, South America will receive a B-. Now we will discuss the geographic features of South America. This region is a large continent, so it is split up into 7 different climate types. More than half of the continent on the north is made of rainforests, with high temperatures and high rainfall. The west side stretches with deciduous forests on the border and a long strip of mountain climates from north to south. The mountains have continuous cold climates throughout the year, while the deciduous forests have warm summers and cold, wet winters. Towards the middle is a chunk of land which are the savannas that split rainforests from grasslands, with climates of very high temperatures and rain during summer seasons. Below that are the grasslands which make up a lot of South America, as well as having hot summers, cold winters, and above average rainfall. Towards the Middle East is a Mediterranean climate with warm to high temperatures and rainfall only in the autumn to winter seasons. Last of all, stretching down the southwest side are the desert climates with expected warm to high temperatures and very little rainfall. Most of South America is made of regions with warm, high temperatures and mostly average to high rainfall. With regions like the rainforest, hunting and growing crops was not difficult, and exceptions like the desert region was just never land that Native Americans lived on. South America was and still has certain regions that are ideal for their native crop growth, and you'll see that as we move on to the next topic. South America gets a B for their geographic features. South America's most native crop is the potato. Potatoes are a very good source of vitamin B6 and a good source of potassium, copper, vitamin C, niacin, dietary fiber, and pantothenic acid. All these nutrients are vital to your body, meaning the native South Americans had very healthy bodies by growing this crop. Potatoes are not difficult to grow and do not need much space. They just need constant moisture and do require acidic, loose drained soil, which wasn't a problem for South Americans because more than half of South America is made up of acidic soil. The most important factor would be storage life because Native Americans didn't have refrigerators, and potatoes happen to have a long storage life of 1 to 2 weeks in warm to high temperatures. This is a long time, and since most of South America has warm to high temperatures, when there were lower temperatures during their cold seasons, potatoes lasted around 3 to 5 weeks. The potatoes give South America a solid A. The animal that would be judged in South America are the llamas. They are not the first domesticated animal, but the most useful. Llamas provided meat, manure, and labor. Llamas were a good source of meat since they were both served fresh and dry. They are pack animals, so they are not used for travel and back, but for carrying items that the native South Americans traveled with. Llamas were also used to guard sheep from wolves. Llama manure was also good for fertilization on crops and fuel for fires. With how useful that they are, they're also very easy to domesticate. Foot and mouth disease, or FMD, is a highly contagious disease that spreads throughout most domestic livestock, causing symptoms like loss in appetite, fever, weight loss, blisters, and frothing of the mouth. South America never has to worry about that because llamas are resistant to this disease, proven by an experiment of 30 llamas being exposed to the disease and only 3 showing slight symptoms. The only negative factor about llamas are that they could only carry items and not humans, but otherwise that's an A for South America. Then comes South America's technological achievements. They started adopting food production around 8000 to 5000 BC when they domesticated potatoes, and they first domesticated animals in 8000 BC, which was a guinea pig. They also had their own versions of very important inventions like syringes and pregnancy pills. The native South Americans created a type of syringe out of sharpened hollow bird bones attached to small bladders so they could inject medicine, clean out wounds, and even clean ears. Before Western medicine, the natives used herbs like stone seeds and dogbane. They weren't really known for inventing much to support them. Although they were very creative with inventing their own syringes and birth contraction pills, that's all they were most widely known for. This wasn't a pushback for the native South Americans because they only invented what they needed to survive, so they only explored to extra medical supplies. That's a B minus for South America. With all this knowledge about South America and all the grades put in, you can understand why South America received a B plus overall. It is native to a very common disease that has very horrifying symptoms and can almost barely be noticed before the symptoms occur. It is a native crop that can last for 1 to 2 weeks after harvest. It is split up into 7 different climates and is north to south continent. It is also not very known for its technological advancements, and last of all, it has domesticated a very useful animal. That's your daily dose of South America. Thank you for listening.